Hello there, subjects of the Empire. This is Eye on the Empire, where we review Rebel holo transmissions intercepted by our agents from this Imperial Security Bureau. Today's report is on the third episode of Ahsoka. Same format as before, going to write down our thoughts as they occur during our first viewing, and then share them here. You may disagree with these opinions, but remember, the Empire is always right. In the last video, we basically said the show was too slow, required knowledge of the cartoon to fully understand things. Characters were boring and made stupid decisions just to advance the story. Time to see if it gets better. Part 3 starts with a training session with Ahsoka and Sabrine. They have Ahsoka still playing the role of the wise stoic and dull Jedi, a common personality trait that many of the Jedi Council showed in the prequels. I think it was actually Luke Skywalker who first showed this trait in Return of the Jedi. In episodes 4 and 5, he was so much more enjoyable to watch, when he was impatient and whiny. In episode 6, it's boring Luke. Maybe there's a in-universe explanation for this, like a fully trained Jedi has to be this way because it helps them to maintain control of their emotions. If they get emotional and, show emotions, it will open them up to the dark side. Maybe something like that. Not the old cover your eyes while you're fighting thing again. Why is Sabrine saying things like, how can she fight when she can't see? Didn't she go on adventures with the Jedi who became blind? At least they're practicing with wooden swords instead of live lightsabers. General Hera names drop Thrawn again, and this time Mon Mothma is in the room, or her hologram's in the room. She acts concerned at the mention of his name, and there's music to support this. They are really trying to build up Thrawn as the next big bad. Not sure if this method is going to work. If you've watched the cartoons and read all the novels, you know that Thrawn's name has meaning. Otherwise, it's just a name, and we're told we should be concerned about him because the characters are telling us to. I'm not a really big fan on flashbacks or jumps forwards in time, but Ahsoka could have opened the first episode with a scene showing Thrawn doing competent bad guy stuff, and maybe have Ezra trying to stop him. Then they vanish into the unknown, and Sabrine is left behind. Then you time jump to the present with Ahsoka coming to visit Sabrine, starting off the series. It's not a very original way to do things, but it worked for the Fellowship of the Rings. See, you're supposed to show, not tell in movies. Such a scene would have allowed the viewers to experience a small taste of Thrawn's power instead of having characters tell us that he's important and you should worry about him. The senators of the New Republic are just as bad as the senators of the Old Republic. Are you rebels still mad that the Emperor dissolved the Imperial Senate? Nothing seems to get done in the Republic. How does it actually function? Planets sign up, donate some resources, and then vote no one on everything. Hera tries to show some emotion. Too bad those contacts hinder her acting. Her words sound like there's feeling behind them, but her eyes look so dead with those contacts. And we see some video game level stunts. Despite the above statements, this episode was better. It felt shorter and more focused, primarily because it just focused on Ahsoka and Sabrine, allowing the viewer to experience how they work together. We got to see them as master and apprentice, instead of being told that's their relationship. The next episode seems like they're going to be playing hide and seek for the bad guys on that planet. There's only 8 episodes, and that will be the halfway point. I'm getting the feeling that Thrawn might only show up at the very last episode.